Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are checking in on Historic Mono Green. So, Historic, the format that happens to things when they're no longer standard in MTG Arena. Did you know you can still play with some of your favorite cards? Yes, you can. They just don't tell you about it. Wizards makes big announcements for this format called Pioneer on paper and MTGO, and they're going to have tournaments with Pioneer, and that's happening. Whereas if I make a video about Historic and the Historic format that we have here on MTG Arena, the most common comment is either 1, what is Historic? ? Or 2, how do I play Historic? ? Why? Anyway, Wizards made a new format called Pioneer. It's a paper format and a Magic Online format, which, in case you don't know what Magic Online is, and I wouldn't blame you, is a different product from Arena. It was like their first try at Arena that they're still supporting for God knows why. Yeah, go check it out, magiconline.com, because I love Magic, and I think people should play more Magic, and whatever floats your magical boat. But here in Arena, we have Historic, which is the new format, which just launched last month. You're able to play it, but nobody knows about it because Wizards didn't give it any tournament support, didn't make any events around it. Barely made an announcement here or there mentioning it, and I'm still here trying to make a Historic content deck every week to remind people and raise public awareness that yes, you can enjoy Historic. This is my green deck for the Historic format. It is all about getting an early mana accelerator and then playing big monsters ahead of schedule and crushing the opponent with them. Now, I only have 2 Gilded Goose, and I don't know if that's right, but so far I've been doing well, and one of the big reasons is Once Upon a Time. With 6 of these cards, there should be one about every 10 cards. With Once Upon a Time, if you have it in your opening hand, which should be about between 30-40% of the time, you can look at your top 5 to find a card and put it into your hand for free at the beginning of the game. So the math says a good amount of the time, I guess, I should be able to play a turn 1 Accelerant and a turn 2 Beefy Boy. Now, obviously, Llanowar Elves is much, much more valuable than Gilded Goose because we have no other food synergy, and Gilded Goose is a one-off. It's a Mox that explodes. It's a Lotus Petal. It's poo-poo. And it's a life gain engine later, but usually we don't need that. Whereas Llanowar Elves is there turn after turn to let you play turn 2 Steelleaf Champion, turn 3 Vivian or Questing Beast, or Galta, or a Great Henge, and just pump it all to the top of the frickin' rafters with God Eternal Ronus. The deck is a blast, but the main thing you're going to see me doing is shuffling up and trying to draw into a Llanowar Elves. So if you need your Historic rewards, your dailies, done quick and dirty with a really fast green deck, this is my weapon of choice. In the sideboard, I just have a pile of green creatures. Just a pile of them. Good old Pelakka Worm hangs out, another Galta, a Carnage Tyrant. Remember this card? I remember Carnage Tyrant. This, we find it with Vivian, Arcbow Ranger, if we ever use the -5, which, never happens, yo. So, this is Historic Green. And don't cut this part, editor. I need to show the people, because the number one question I get is, how do I play Historic? You hit this button. See it? Play. All right? And then, see how I have my Historic Green deck selected? If you don't have your Historic Green deck selected, go over here. Make sure you're on the All tab. If you're on the Standard tab, you only see Standard decks. You gotta be on the All tab. Pick your Historic deck, Historic Green, hit play. It's that easy. If you have frickin' Arena play modes on, it's a very short menu, all this blank space doing nothing, then all you gotta do is select play, have your deck, and hit play. But that's really all it is. Hit play, go to play, select your Historic deck, make sure that you look at this tab up here and pick from all, not standard, and hit play. It is a Historic queue. You will get matched against other players who play the Historic format. And honestly, playing Historic is some of the most fun I'm having in Magic right now because, well, all of a sudden, it's not just net decks everywhere as far as the eye can see. Yeah, we still play the occasional lifelink cats and stuff, but it's just, it feels like a more wholesome format at the moment. Maybe if Wizards did get behind it and throw all that competitive support on it, people would treat it differently. I don't know. Maybe this is for the best. Maybe I have my own secret place to play fun Magic. All Magic is fun, don't get me wrong, but we need a break from Standard. I know you do too. I get so many comments like, oh, I'm so tired of Standard, this deck, that deck, ban this deck, bleh. Just take a break. Play Historic, where your Gilded Goose gets shocked on turn 1, where your Barkhide Troll gets lightning struck on turn 2, where your Steel Leaf Champion gets lava coiled on turn 3, where Mono Red is alive and well and will never die, ever. Where you will get Mono Redded forever and ever. No, now I'm being a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, we still got a leftover food, which is 3 life from the Goose. We've got our Troll getting in there. We're drawing our land, and if we ever get to Great Hench... Oh, opponent. Oh, please. So this is... Okay. Well, they waited for some reason. Maybe they wanted to disrupt my turn. I'm still going to use the Hexproof here to absorb their Lightning Strike. And now they're blocking. This was a good turn for me. I'll still get to sacrifice this to gain some life. But I 2-for-1'd the Lava Runner and the Wizard's Lightning when they could have just Lightninged it in the first place. Alright. Our opponent has another one of these little bad boys. Bring it on. Let's do this. I'm not afraid. Light that stage. Throw yourself a party. I'm the green deck. Boom. Food. Food is life. Get me some Boarhead. I'm just gonna start smashing your face. Lightning strike this. Headbutt. Next turn, I can probably play the Great Henge. If the opponent attacks here, am I blocking? I'm at 21. I mean, I don't think that there's really much of a reason to give my opponent a way to kill my Questing Beast because they can't block it and stack the damage. The only way that they can, like, gang up on my Questing Beast is if I block. And they're saying go. Yeah. Ahoy. What's this do? Gains me life every turn. What's this deck do? Does it like life gain? Is it into that? We'll also use the mana, of course, to play Once Upon a Time. Opponent can't block. Their creatures are too small. Too small to block Questing Beast. Look at them trying. Nah. Nah. So sometimes you run into a deck like this, right? And you say to yourself, what happened? Well, a red mage got frozen in time. Just fell off the map. Maybe played Artifact for a few months. I don't know. Maybe, you know, WoW came out, right? WoW Classic. Maybe that's where they've been. They've been doing that for a few months. They log back into Arena, they enter play queue and say, well, I'm just going to smash things with my red deck again. And then it's like, wait, what are these cards? What the hell does this do? Well, I can't block that? There's way too much words for me to read. There's no way I'm reading all that. Why? What's going on here? And then this, it's like, this does what? Gains life? No way. They wouldn't print something like that and make my red deck weaker. That's ridiculous. Nobody would do such a thing to my red deck. Shut up. Get right out of town. And then we jam the Steel Leaf Champion. It becomes a 6/5 because the Henge is amazing. I think we can just do this even though we don't need it. You know, this is a flex, is what that is. We might draw another creature actually, so I'll just play the Galta for 2 instead. It's a very large dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. And yeah. Get him. Take him to the new school of green. Green decks don't lose to red decks anymore, didn't you hear? Just doesn't happen. Alright, lightning strike the face. Our red mage is going for broke. Maybe they have Experimental Frenzy and can take us back to the days when Experimental Frenzy meant I play my whole deck this turn and you lose. Good day, sir. Let's see what they do. Another lightning strike. Yeah. Yep. Ow. 13. And that's that. Working on those daily red spell quests. And then running out the door. I love the smell of dead red decks in the morning. Yeah, this is great. This is I mean, if Steel Leaf Champion's good, this hand is good. That is that simple. Bing. Let's go. Let's frickin' go. Even send my opponent a message with that once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a huge dinosaur that lived in a very big forest, and the opponent shocked my... Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. Whatever. We shall rebuild. I got another one. I got more else where that came from. You got more? You got Pteramander. Looks like good old Drakes. Ooh, yeah. Double shock. Our opponent came to play. Okay then. We're gonna need a forest off the top, but we still have the Steel Leaf Champion. Let's see if the opponent also brought Lava Coil plus 2 shocks in their opener. And we're going opt-in. Look how fast this Pteramander like stacks up cards in the graveyard. Oh wait, all these cards are standard legal. I was headed somewhere with that, but all these cards are standard legal, so not a lot I can say about the ancient dueling format of Historic. So historical. And we're crashing through, baby. All right. Get it. Show him what's up. Now Yorvo joins the party. And Gulta will be online if I untap from this position. But you gotta think, if this is that Drake's deck we all grew to know and love, that Lava Coil is lurking. And our opponent on 2 land right now, just hanging in there. And we drew the land we needed. Well, sometimes you eat the bar, sometimes the bar eats you. 4 life. Just the brutality. The overwhelming brutality. All while the opponent's trying to grow a Pteramander over here. He killed 3 things. You can't say that our opponent didn't interact with us. They killed stuff. You can make a 5/5 here, but you're dead to one of these. Warlord's Fury. Yeah, why not? Dig. I'm sure that you'll have a tremendous Drake. Oh, tell me you're attacking. Send a message. Go down in flames. Nope. Okay, well, I'll go down in flames. Dubs it. Oi. Whew. Am I proud of myself? Only a little. Not a lot, but a little. I mean, green smashing, once you embrace the green smash mindset, every game where you just get to play huge things feels special. Even when they're over so quickly. TGB, why are you only showing us games where you have Llanowar Elves on turn 1 and you go first? I haven't cut a single thing. This is like I'm that guy who's getting that must be nice treatment is what this is. To be fair, my Llanowar Elf has been shocked on turn 1 in every game until now. Yorvo. 4/4 gets another counter whenever I play a green creature, and if the green creature is somehow bigger than Yorvo, more counters. Boom. Beast mode. Esper control. You're in trouble. Oh, is that game? So one thing about this is the only thing here that can be cast down. Like, cast down was a good removal spell that rotated, and the only thing here that you can cast down is this elf. And if you had a cast down for this elf, you're too late. Those are legendary beaters coming at you. There you go. Also, I don't know what's up with visual bugs. I don't know why the opponent's life total went to 2 when it should have gone to like 11, but it basically took double damage because if you scoop at the right time, that happens. Try not to overthink it. I see it in the comments. People are like, but blah, 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 blah. And that's why. Woo! It keeps happening. You better be ready for some fast beats in Historic. So until I started playing the green historic deck, it seemed like I faced turn 1 Llanowar elves out of my historic opponents every game. And now here I am, just always have it. Just always have it. Boom. Never leave home without it. Our opponent also going for the Once Upon a Time. You can tell. You can tell. It's the only 0 mana spell right now. They choose not to wait till their draw step. Strongly advise you to wait until after you've drawn your card. Murderous Rider is the pick. So what's up? Our opponent playing Historical Food. Elf on elf action. I got something for you. You don't have double black. It's going to take you a turn or two to get your black mana together. So, uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't make a 4-3. Good, good, good. Rankle. How ranky. I mean, you keep that? Okay. I think we just want to power over this Murderous Rider, but at the same time, it's really tempting to get the Great Henge on the battlefield as soon as you can. And the Rankle is coming after us, so having another creature that we want to sacrifice isn't bad. Yeah, I'm going to get this down now. So I have a Llanowar elf to sacrifice. And we get deeper in the deck. Work on not flooding out, I hope. Here comes the Steel Leaf Champion. Opponent goes to 15. So we'll either get Murderous Rider or Rankle. Probably Murderous Rider, since I just sacrificed the 1/1 elf to the Rankle, and that's not a particularly impressive feat. Nope. Opponent wants to get Quest and Beast in there. Our opponent wants to be the Beast mode. You know, I'm just taking it. I've got the life gain engine. I'll just take this and race you. I mean, these cost life to use effectively. This is awkward. I could make the mana with the castle, but then it doesn't really cast Once Upon a Time. I guess I can still use the elf to make the castle mana, so I'm just going to do this now. What do we got? We got a troll. Troll can be played off this. So can Yorvo. We'll just go for size. Size, size, size. It matters. Alright, make the mana. Don't let the mana make you. And here's Yorvo. Make him bigs. We play Yorvo first because the Questing Beast now pumps the Yorvo as well. We're doing it. Oh, we are doing it. Oh, we are doing it. Now let's get busy. Questing Beast on Questing Beast violence. Our opponent drops to 10. The Rankle just doesn't even phase me. I sack up 1/1 elf and I discard a forest. The next turn. Oh god. Oh god. The scoop is going to be a juicy one. Find Finality on top. Doesn't even do the job. Like, it's too much power. Everything's too big. Moment of Craving. Well, it's like kind of a older small ball removal spell I didn't expect to see again, but there you go. Make the manas. Yeah, I guess not. Alright, Ronus. We're coming in hot. We're coming in hot. Went with some chump blocks here to stay alive. I mean, okay, you're gonna die from that, but could have chump blocked this. It doesn't have trample. People forget that, but yeah, 13 freaking power on this baby. Holy moly. This deck is insane. I feel kind of bad. I feel like I'm ruining Historic myself. It was fun before, and then this mono green deck just... Duh! Well, it was bound to happen eventually, team. Eventually we would get a hand without Llanowar Elf. I guess I'll keep it. But we're probably just sending back Ronus, right? Because I don't know if when I get to cast your beautiful snaky sphinxy head. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know when this Cobra's gonna strike is what I'm trying to say. And let's go. Goose, you're no Lanny. You're no Llanowar Elves, but you're gonna have to do. That'll do, Goose. That'll do. Rawr. Smoke him if you got him. Lava Coil. Everybody's favorite from the good old Is It Drake's deck. Out of there. Got him. Oh no. No land. Do I play this other elf to try to get our mana up? Or do I play this Barcoid Troll so I have something going on? It's kind of a tough call. If our opponent... What's our opponent going to do next turn? Goblin Electromancer and something else is most likely. It's possible they could play a Drake. I'm going to put this out. The opponent will definitely play Shock in the deck. Let's at least be a little mindful that our Llanowar Elf could get shocked and basically crush our whole turn. And plus, if our opponent has another Lava Coil, by all means, kill this troll so that our Steel Leaf champion can get the party he deserves. Yep. Out of there. And there's the land off the top. Clutch. It's time to send a message. Honk. Just cuz. Don't ask me for my reasoning. Don't question the goose. Alright, we're moving. We are on the move now. This beast is questing. Ouch. Quench? Okay. Okay. Weird. Quench, Lava Coil, Blue Red, not sure what. And now we're going to sit on counter spells? Alright, I'll sit on counter spells. We can play it your way. We can dance around. Here comes a 5/4. Do something about it. Alright, here's a Llanowar Elf. You going to do something about that? Alright, your turn. I'm not giving you something else to mess with. You go ahead. You check your options. Our opponent has missed a land drop or two, so we know this is all spells, and we know whatever it is, it doesn't kill Steel Leaf Champion easily. And our opponent's already spent 2 Lava Coils, which is one of the only cards we're really afraid of. Anticipate. Okay, well they found a way to play 2 spells on their end step that help them sculpt their hand better, so I feel a little bit punished for not running Yorvo into a counter. I might have got there. I might have been got. I admit it. Alright, you got about 6 cards deeper in the deck. Did you find Lava Coil number 3? Well, you did find a land. You did do that. Uh-huh. Yep, we're sitting here. Now our opponent probably has Chemister's Insight. They're just striking me as that kind of deck. Maybe it's like Thousand Year Storm in the end, I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, let's see what happens first if I attack with my critters. Oh, unsummon. Okay. See, I can make 6 mana here with the castle, so stuff is coming back down. The opponent can't counter both. Here's the Yorvo. That gets quenched. I can't pay with this. Okay, I guess not. Funky. Opponent high on Quench. Didn't think I'd see this much love for Quench out of a deck that also ran Lava Coil, but it is what it is. It's historic. You do what you do you. You do what you want. We're running a little bit low on threats. Starting to get worrisome. Saheeli. That can crank out some 1/1s, but those can't block the champ. Yeah. I think we just kill this. If our opponent unsummons it, we'll replay it. It's fine. Anticipate will make 1/1/1. I know I could get my opponent to 4 and have them on a 1-turn clock, but remember, their servos can't block my champion, but this is obviously something to do with like their end game. So let's just not. Let's not play with that. Plus we get them to make an action, so if they have another counter for the beast, they don't get to use it. Does this cast Heart's Desire? Let's find out. Kind of curious. Nope. That there's a sorcery, doesn't work that way. CGB, you idiot. Alright. Food tokens. Let's go. That's a lot of stats. What is a blue-red mage to do? Thinking it through. Radical idea, and you tapped your only red source. So now drawing a Lava Coil won't help. I mean, this deck is Dirtle City, right? Quench, Unsummon, Radical Idea, Anticipate, Opt. Sure, let's go. Let's rumble. And that's the scoops. Well, it had to happen eventually, guys. We're on the draw. Can we win a game on the draw with this deck? Let's find out. Our opponent opens with a Force. They forgot their Llanowar Elf, though. Basically, we took the play back. The second our opponent missed the Llanowar Elf. And here is a Hero of Precinct 1. So, all right. You know what tokens aren't very good against? Steel Leaf Champion, Questing Beast. These cards do not give Fs about tokens. 0 foxes given. Abzan. Well, that's something, I guess. This is probably going to get very, very painful. This will probably be over quickly, but you probably won't enjoy this, dear opponent. Dear Hero of Precinct 1 player. I plan to make a lot of Hero of Precinct 1 decks when we get into the more multicolored challenges, just so you guys are aware. There will probably be a hero deck in almost every color combination, but today, right now, it's a beating. It's a beating. I want to read in that Questing Beast. Maybe we have another Time Capsule opponent. Yeah, this card is insane. You can start reading it, and by the time this rope is done, you can still be reading it. It's epic. Vraska's Contempt. Okay. Okay, I can respect it. I think I'll just Ronus you really hard here, because Ronus has Death Touch. And Death Touch plus Trample from Vivian can be, well, an experience. Death Touch and Trample is really hard to survive. So what do? You better have something good. Oh. Okay. Blow up my own peeps. I've learned to respect this. The good doctor does it all the time. Once upon a time. Well, we could go grab the Ronus, which we know is right there. Once upon a time plus the gods is pretty fun that way. But I think I kind of get no value if I just run out Vivian and do nothing with her. If I find another Steel Leaf Champion or a Yorvo or really anything that can attack next turn, I keep the pressure on my opponent. Let's go for it. Yeah, that'll do. That will do the job if this is not answered. Hard to block, hard to answer. Lyra, sure, but will not stop Vivian. Remember, what I'm about to do with Vivian is not a fight. It's not a fight. It's a rabid bite.
Tearing this place to the ground.
Oh yeah, tear it down. Tear it all down.
We're gonna tear you apart.
Oh yeah, got him. Yeah, I'm on the play and I have a mana creature. God, it's almost ridiculous. I don't know for sure though that this is kind of a weird hand because I don't know that I want to Lovestruck Beast that early because I don't have a 1/1, but I'll keep it. Lovestruck Beast and Vivian can certainly get Galta going, so we'll get the Goose on. I wonder if I'm just supposed to use Heart's Desire though instead, because the 1/1 could actually attack next turn potentially. Well, nah, let's do the Goose. Let's give up a potential point of damage for the opportunity that just in case, just in case we draw a Steel Leaf Champion or a Yorvo, that we can play it next turn. Because we might just rip it off the top, you never know. What does that card do? Well, honks a lot for the most part. Heart's Desire, rather than the Lovestruck Beast. Remember, we need the 1/1 to attack with our Beastie anyway. Say go. Well, yeah, I'm not attacking. Our opponent might have something crazy like a Righteous Blow in their deck. You know how silly I'd feel? Really silly. That's the answer. Like, really silly. Red, white. Is the goose getting cooked now? Our opponent can't stop reading it. I know, it's a fabulous goose. It's beautiful. Well, playing around stuff is stupid for wimps. Let's send in the 1/1. Go get him, Bell. Go get him, Bell. Send a message. Yeah. Get him. All right, here's the beast. Let's go. Be strong. You think our opponent has Justice Strike? Just shoot my 5/5 down? Okay. They just shock things much slower than the average player. Gotcha. So we're on 7 mana for you. We can crank it up to 6, but not 7 yet. We need a little more, so we can't attack with our beast, but Vivian can come buff the goose.
Close your eyes.
The opponent might have another shock from the way that they've played this, so I'm just going to put a counter on each. This will attack again probably someday. And if the opponent wants to kill the goose in response, I don't lose out completely.
Fun to watch.
Alright. Because I want a big creature to play my Galta. This kind of makes sure I have the mana for it if this lives. And yeah, stick him with the pointy end. Alright, what do you do, red, white? Feather. You're slow rolling feather on me? And now you have God's Willing up? Okay. Here's Galta. So, the opponent with a God's Willing. That's a real pain in the butt. But I guess we have to make sure it's there, right? Because what's Vivian gonna do? I mean, I guess Vivian can just pile more counters on this because I don't know if the opponent has anything in their feather deck to kill it. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Plus Feather has to go over here and attack the Vivian. And we can chump block if they don't use God's Willing on their turn, which taxes mana. Alright, well, I could also fetch. I could also just fetch something out of the deck. Nah. Let's just make it huge. Make the opponent deal. Also, this would make it so the Feather would require both a God's Willing or a pump effect to get through the goose, but now we'll just go all in. Well, we're just gonna make the biggest frickin' dinosaur you've ever laid your eyes on.
My, how you've grown.
Your turn. Reckless Rage, sure. Annoying, but whatever. Boros Guild Gate. Defiant Strike, yeah. Here's Feather doing Feather things. They still gotta kill a 14/14. So they can have all the cards. They can have their big 5/4 flyer that might attack down my Vivian. They can have all that. Also, I have Once Upon a Time. If I can find a 1/1, either another Lovestruck Beast or a Llanowar Elf, smash. And the opponent has to think about that too. I think it's just too much pressure, but we'll see. We'll see. Justice Strike would be a card that they don't usually play in Feather that would blow up my day. Okay. Third Defiant Strike, why not? Yeah, you did it.
Anger only gets me so far.
But you only have 1 red mana open. Sorry, nose and throat noises. It's that time of year. Peeps be getting colds. Alright. Yorvo is nice and all, but let's use the Once Upon a Time and try to find the 1/1 creature to end the game. Oh wait, our opponent has Reckless Rage. That's probably not going to work if they're smart. Still, we can get them to cast Reckless Rage on a 1/1. Champion dies. Ronus is boss. Barkeye Troll we can make hexproof. Does that make it worth it? Yeah, I guess we'll play the thing that doesn't exactly die. We could also take the Ronus for next turn to go way over the top. Let's go way over the top. And we can leave up sacrificing food this turn. Opponent just absolutely hyper about looking at their hand. I mean, go ahead, Reckless Rage. It doesn't do you any good. Doesn't do you any good. Smash. Down to 5. Let's see what you can do. Also passing this way, we have our food token available to sacrifice if our opponent magically pulls off the ability to do 20. Well, they had to do 23. That would be a pretty absurd turn. Go. Just go. Now, I played Feather. I played it all the way through Diamond to Mythic. I had a really awesome run with Feather that season. So I know a bit about the deck, and I know it takes time to play. So if I'm coming off rude, I get it. I had to take a lot of time personally to play Feather as well. But enough's enough. You have 1 red mana. You can either shock or Reckless Rage. I mean, maybe you're trying to do math on whether or not to shock my face there. It just seems so unlikely to matter. I mean, none of this. Galta does not care. Not even a little. Galta is so not into you right now. Let's go ahead and sacrifice our food. You never know where this life might matter. Six, 7, 8, 9. All right. See if the opponent kills my Galta in response, so I can still play one. Here comes the God Eternal Ronus. Moving in on that double power and toughness. You know, just to be sure. Always be sure, friends, if you can. Here comes the biggest dinosaur you've ever seen. Sure. This is not how Trample works. Trample don't care. Trample does not care. Alright. Well, it's hard to tell where to end a video. All these games are so freaking fast, but that is a 7-0 run, 7-0 run in Historica. I'm actually for... Gosh. Since I started getting nitpicky about which videos I upload, and to be clear, I usually upload a loss if I thought it was a close game, interesting game, or just a particular, sometimes I get rolled by a deck and I'm like, that was a pretty awesome rolling. You guys have seen me upload games where a Cavalcade deck did 1 million damage to me. Sometimes I just have to respect what the deck can do and I upload it. But if the game comes down to Mana Screw or something like that, I try not to put it up. But yeah, I have uploaded every game today, and this deck is freaking insane. We've had a hot run, so when to end this video? I guess I'll end it there. 7-0. We may as well. So, Historic Green. Did we break the freaking format? I'm pretty sure if they add stakes, ranked events, people are going to start sharing historic lists and figuring out what is really good in the format. But if I could throw something out there right now, cheap removal. And I don't mean Moment of Craving. I mean Disfigure. I mean Shock. You got to start killing those Llanowar elves on turn 1, or you've got to have an absurd amount of power, because this green deck is coming after you and taking no prisoners. I hope you enjoyed the Covert Go Green color challenge. Coming up next is Covert Go White, where I'm going to try to make at least 3 different standard decks and 1 historic deck out of mono white. I'm a little anxious about it. I'm not really sure I've got enough good ideas for white. So if you have ideas, you can put them in the comments. You can also message me on Discord. My Discord is free. You can join it with the link in the description. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.